Let me pay special tribute to Flavia Sherry. I don't think that many people know what small business means to Flavia Sherry. Flavia Sherry has quarreled every minister, including me, for small business. She has invited me to barbecues, invited me all sorts of things to push small business. Flavia Sherry deserves a round of applause. I also want to recognize Joyce Medrick, who also is a pioneer for her trade, her fashion, her passion. You see, these ceremonies, what we have in this morning, not simply a ceremony. It's a statement of philosophy. It's a statement of who we are and what we stand for. It's a statement that says, you will start small, but you can get big. You can grow if you have the discipline, if you have the organization, and if you have the commitment to a cause. It's a serious statement. It shows that you not always have to start as an entity. You can start small. You can start small and you can grow. Butch Stewart, the owner of Sanders, started very, very small and ended up as being a mega star, a mega businessman. When he started, he was not an entity. J.Q. Charles, again, owner, grew into one of the biggest businessmen in the region. A.F. Valmore, Elwin Maslin, the Destans, the Bernards, most of them, or if not all of them, started small. And what we are doing here this morning is creating that environment for us to grow, for us to be transformative, for small people, for people who have started without any surname, for people who have started without anything to grow and become mega businessmen. And I want to congratulate the Ministry of Commerce for taking on that. It was a vision and a dream that we've always had, that you can transform people once they have the discipline and you give them the opportunity. And this government will create the opportunity for people who want to grow. And that is what we are about. If you take just a cursory glance at what we've done from July 2026, just take a cursory glance. The Community Development Tourism Program, bringing the philosophical benefits of tourism to the people of St. Lucia, giving them the incentives, making them understand that tourism, to be beneficial, it must be able to help, it must be able to support the small person. And that started in 1997 with the Hostesses Program and the Rangers Program, and a program where we sought that the benefits of tourism must accrue, and how it has grown into the Community Tourism Project. And I look forward to the explosion of that project in the near future. Then there's the youth economy. Again, a dream that says, what are you talking about? There are several other organizations for young people. What do we do? Another new thing, and that's just a small thing. I remember reading a commentary, that is too small, it won't grow, it's too small. But that's the mentality that we have to eradicate from the minds of the people of our country. We have to give them a new confidence. We have to give them a new faith, a new belief in themselves as people. They must believe in themselves. They must understand that they can do it too. We do not always have to be working for other people. We do not have to always look on people from outside to give us our bread. We need people from outside. We need their investment. We need their capital. But we have the talent here, and the government's role is to develop that talent. And this government and this cabinet of ministers will work relentlessly to develop that potential in the St. Lucian person. But if we do not inform people, if there is not the commensurate information, the public relations as to what we are doing, as to what the MSME is about, as to what this grant is about, is going to be useless because it's going to be shorted with propaganda and lies, although we've seen recently that lies have a price to pay. So we must go out, we must not be afraid, and the public service must not be afraid to push the policy of the government, not the policy of a political party, but the policy of the government of St. Lucia. A policy that says that we have to work with small businesses to expand and to make them grow and to transform their lives for themselves and for their people and to create wealth generally for the country and for themselves. So the public service must take on that philosophy. They must take on that mantle. We do not ask the public servants to play any politics. I've always said to my civil servants, I'm good enough at playing politics. My record shows that. And we always say, we do not need any civil servant to play politics for us. Your job is to push the policy of the government. Your job is to obey the law. And your job is to ensure that the government's mission and the government's vision is followed for the benefit of all. This is all we ask for. I want also to compliment first the Caribbean, the CDB. Again, we are always told sometimes that our institutions are not good. We can't trust our institutions. We can't trust the CCJ. We can't trust things local. We can't trust UE because they are local, because they are Caribbean, because they belong to us. The CDB, I want to thank the CDB. Its president is a St. Lucian. I want to thank the staff of the CDB for the work that they are doing. The CDB is a highly rated international organization, again, made up of St. Lucians, of CARICOM people, or people from our region. I noticed the manager of the SLDB called it a new SLDB. The government needs it to be new, because it must be agile, it must be flexible, it must be able to meet the needs of the people of St. Lucia. And I want to say that if the government supports, the government's injection of capital, the CDB is transforming, and I look forward to a greater transformation because, as the managing director knows, I will call him out when the bank does not perform its function, which is ensuring that there is growth in the economy, ensuring that people with the discipline, not to grant any favors, people with the discipline, people with the organization, people who have the commitment, they are supported. And I want to thank the CDB for being on that correct path. Thank you very much, Mr. Sidoni. You see, Madam Chairperson, at these ceremonies, you normally want politicians to read from a text. Reading from a text is necessary, but when you are at these gatherings that deep into the core of your philosophical thinking, of your ideological commitment to a cause, you cannot read from a text. You cannot try. You cannot pretend to be what you're not, even though you stammer. You have to get to make people understand. And what I feel this morning is a feeling that we have achieved something as a government. For the first time, we have a direct injection of funds into a sector that people think could die, or people think could not grow, of a sector that people think that if you give these people your money, they will not use it correctly. I want you, the small business sector, to prove them wrong. I want you to use the funds for the purposes that is given to you. I want you to understand that selling is not profit. I want to get your priorities right. I want you to understand that you have to reinvest. You have to get involved in the new technologies. You have to get involved in research and development. You have to grow your business. So when we come here, or when in a few years, we can see we've transformed many people from non-entities to serious entities making a contribution to St. Lucia and to the economic development of this country. And I say that without any fear or favor. I say that because I believe it. I say that because I have faith in the people of St. Lucia. I have faith in them. In spite of sometimes of the noise and the diversions, I have faith in the people of St. Lucia. And I didn't say I have faith in I didn't say I have faith in people of a political persuasion. I have faith in the people of St. Lucia. So, Madam Minister, members of the Ministry of Commerce, you have to spread that message. You have to go, and I remember we had a meeting in Vieux-Fort, and Madam Minister, we promised that we would have opened an office in Vieux-Fort where we would work with the Ministry of Tourism for the community tourism and the Ministry, the Prime Minister's Office for the youth economy, and open an office where information will be given to the people of St. Lucia. And I know you'll tell me about funds. Tomorrow's budget, you might get some money there for yourself. So we need really to inform people. We need really to spread the message. We need to make people understand what we are doing. And if we do that, I'm sure that these small businesses, these 5 business people that are getting the first set of grants, we can watch their progress. I want to say to them, they are pioneers. Their progress, their success would mean that this program can be expanded. Because the money that we are giving today belongs to somebody, belongs to the taxpayers of some country. That's how it is. It's not money that we got from heaven or hell. It's not free money. It's money that came from some source. Some taxpayer paid his taxes so that we could get the money into the CDB so that you can on-lend to you. So I want you to use it wisely. To say I'm not delighted is an understatement. I want to thank everybody. Up to last week, we had to be calling the CDB to ensure, because I said to the president that I do not want anybody, when we come to this room, this ceremony, to say that money is available. I don't want anybody going to the bank to tell them their check ain't ready yet. Once you have followed the processes, once you have followed the procedures, and once you have told your loan is approved, and you're told that you can come for your check on a particular day, I wanted the money to be in the bank so you can collect your check at a particular day. And I really pushed. I really used my pulpit to push because I wanted it to happen. I'm very happy it happened. Very happy it happened. So I want to congratulate everyone. I want to thank the staff of the Ministry of Commerce. I want to thank the minister. And the minister and I always have this discussion about why she's in that ministry. I hope she understands why now. But I am very proud of my cabinet. I'm very proud of the men and women who work with me. And the sky is the limit. And they've just begun to produce and to deliver to the people of St. Lucia. Thank you very much.